Hey guys, Gun Goober here. Today we're taking a look at a 416A5 upper. I'm making this video to hopefully save you some grief because this upper is not compatible with all 416 parts that are out there. Specifically, there are two things that we're going to take a look at here that will ruin it if you're trying to use older 416 style parts or Brownell's variation parts. The first difference that makes this upper incompatible with older style HK416 barrels as well as Brownell's style barrels is the cutout up here on the upper receiver. This is a little notch that needs to interface with a barrel extension that is specifically cut out for it. The second problem with using those older style barrels and barrel nuts is that the threading here is different and there's a tapered section that the barrel nut needs to interface with. So you need a specific barrel nut as well as a specific barrel extension in order to interface with this upper. These are the two features that make it incompatible with the majority of older style 416 parts as well as Brownell's parts without heavy modification. And even if you're able to modify your barrel extension, you still need a bespoke barrel nut that is going to be compatible with these threads and the taper. Two more parts that are proprietary to this upper are number one, the operating rod collar that is here installed with a pin as opposed to being screwed in. And secondly, there's a spring back here where the rear takedown pin goes in, and this provides extra tension, making sure that there's no play between your upper and lower receivers. The rest of this upper is compatible with all standard Brownell's and HK parts. Unique features of this upper include a fence for your bolt catch, bolt release, as well as the Picatinny rail extends a little bit further to the back, and you do not have the scallop that the older style 416s does have back here. And, of course, it comes in this handsome RAL 8000 anodizing. Here is the A5 upper on my A5 lower. This is an STS lower, and you can see that they matched the color pretty good. The lower is Cerakoted and the upper is anodized. And even though this is actually, these colors, even though they look quite different, these are both RAL 8000. This is just what happens when you anodize it as RAL 8000, and this is the color that you get when it's plastics. On this side, you can see how the cutout interfaces with your bolt catch and release. This will stop it from being pressed once it's holding up against your gear. This is quite a large lever, so that is a concern if you do not have this style of upper. Here is it with the Geisley rail, so you can compare the Desert Dirt color, as well as a Surefire Scout Light, and a BCM vertical foregrip. And also for comparison, my RAL 8000 Cerakoted upper that I was using before. With that spring on the rear takedown pin, these pins are extremely tight, and there is zero play between the upper and lower, which can be a good thing. However, you do need basically a mallet in order to punch out these pins. Overall, I like the upper. However, I think it would be nice to know for $900 that it's not compatible with any of the current barrels that you may have and that you need a specific A5 type barrel in order to use this upper. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you want me to do a video on that STS lower that I have that's a clone of the 416A5 lower.